Hi everybody, welcome to my video. What I'm going to show you here tonight is how to put a star-fangled nut in a steerer tube using a threaded rod. This threaded rod I purchased at a local screw store that sells screws to businesses. On the end of it I have an end cap nut. I have another threaded rod nut in the center, and then between the two I've got my an old top cap, okay, from a headset. So this is about 12 inches long. It's a 6mm rod. It's important that you make sure and get a 6mm rod. And the nut on the end is a 10mm nut, which I'm going to use a 10mm socket wrench. So I haven't done this before. I don't know if it's going to work or not. I'm assuming it is. So if you're watching this video, that means I was successful. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do this. So let me just go ahead and dial it on in here to the actual steerer tube. That should work. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set this up through the bottom into the top of the steerer tube like that. Get my hand out of the way so you guys can see it. Okay. I put a little bit of Park Tool grease on the bottom of my star-fangled nut. Take just a second to screw it down in here. Could have made it shorter, but you never know what size head tube you're going to be using. I wanted to make this a kind of universal affair. I have about $6 into this contraption, so let's see what happens with it. So there we go. It's set up pretty good there. It's pretty straight. And all right, so here we go. Pulling it down in. Now you're supposed to stop it at about 15mm in. I'll use my digital calipers for that in a minute when I get to that point. Seems like it's working pretty good, actually. Right at the top. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Yeah, that's about the best I can get on that. All right. It's a little harder now to get down in there, but it's pulling it down in. I'll go ahead and stop right here and show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so we're back. Alright, so now you can see the depth of it. I'm going to go ahead and continue to ratchet it down in there. It's either this or buy a $40 Park Tool, which I imagine would probably be a little faster, because you're slamming it with a hammer. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. Kind of guess on the depth a little bit. That's about 6mm right there. About 8mm actually. So that's pretty good. I'm not quite sure how much lower I want to go with it. I think that's probably more than ample right there. I'm going to go ahead and stop. And now I'm going to back up my my ratchet and go the other direction and see if I can get it to come out. Okay, so now we're just doing the opposite. As you can see, it's slowly turning. Now I did Loctite the end cap nut on the threaded rod, because I wanted to be certain that it wouldn't come off when I was doing what I'm doing right now. So obviously it is working properly. Just taking quite a while to come through there. Do it by hand here, I guess. So the longer the rod you leave at the top, of course, the longer it would take to do this. But I think this pretty much completes the video. From this point forward, it's just a matter of putting the steerer tube back in the head tube, and then putting everything on there with the spacers and tightening down the top cap. So it looks like it was successful. So there you go. I spent $6 for this contraption. Like I said before, it's a 6mm threaded rod. It's a top cap nut, or end cap nut rather, an old top cap, and another, and there you go, right there. That's what I used. So, thanks for watching. I hope that helps. I hope it saves you a lot of money. Alright then, so there you go. All done. So it worked very well, first time out, very cheap, it's only $6, and it only took a few minutes to do. So thanks for watching, and I hope you have as much luck with it as I do. Bye-bye.